Hi guys! So, totally failed vlogmas, what a surprise, right? Didn't mean to, had good intentions, but it's okay, it happens. We all fail at something sometimes, right? Well, I am not gonna let that stop. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, so basically, I failed vlogmas, but I do enjoy making videos for my friends and family, so I figured, just why not keep doing it? Maybe once or twice a week, put out something, right? I'm on winter break right now, so like I'm not really doing anything as it is, and it kind of makes me feel a little bit more productive to at least do something. So like, why not? All right, so I figured it would be fun since uh New Year's is what, in like a day, 2 days. It'd be fun to do like the New Year's tag. And I'm really sorry about this. My hair's not working with me today. Tried to make the face do something. Didn't really work either. Whatever. Found like questions, and I think the tags are really fun to do. But that's just me. So first question. This is the first thing on Google that popped up. If you could look back on one memory from last year that you could relive, what would it be? Hands down, it would be my proposal. Last January 16th, Mike proposed, and I feel like it happened so, like, from him talking to me to him on one knee happened so quickly. Like, I think about it a lot, but it's just like, it happened so fast. I wish that, like, I could, like, relive it just so I could savor it and have, like, a slower memory of it, because it was so sweet and romantic and everything, and part of me wishes that it wasn't such a blur. But they say that your wedding day also is such a blur, so I mean, we'll find out. Number 2. What was one New Year's resolution that you accomplished? I think I just, like, I can't remember what my New Year's resolution was last year. I have a feeling I might have said, like, something mental health wise, but I don't remember what it was. Oops. Alright. 3 words to describe 2016. Unpredictable, new, and what's the third word? Unpredictable, new, and exciting, probably. Exciting in both senses of the words, where it was like really happy excitement, but also like terrifying. The terrifying feeling of excitement. Next question. Number 4, best music related creation inspiration last year by an artist, in your opinion. I mean, a lot of really good music came into my life this year, but like it didn't necessarily come out this year. I finally dipped my toes into Kendrick Lamar and like hate the fact that I never did before, because I hated the title of To Pimp a Butterfly, therefore I completely wrote the album off, and now it's like one of my favorite albums of all time. Also, Tribe Called Quest came out with their new album that I thought was like, that was this year at least, but that was incredible. And I mean, I feel like the most obvious choice would be Lemonade, because like so much bad shit in 2016 had to probably happen so Lemonade could live. That's just how awesome that album was. Like the visual thing that she did, like tell me that you can't sing some of these songs and not feel like, or whatever. Like it's like I was singing Freedom in the shower yesterday. Like it's a good album. I like the concept. It brought whole that like, oh my god, did Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce type thing. Like it was, so I think those would be things that like kind of really, whatever. All right. Something that I'm looking forward to this coming year. My wedding, little selfish, but like I'm so excited to marry Mike, And I am so excited also because of the wedding, I get to see Adri and Amanda, who are my friends that live in different states, and they're bridesmaids, so I get to see them a lot this year. And like, it's just, there's so much excitement and love and happiness and community when a wedding takes place 90% of the time. So I'm like really excited for that, and like our families to come together. And then even though me and him are technically a family right now, we live together, we have 2 cats together, it's just like that solidification. I don't know, it's stupid, but I am really excited for that. And I'm excited for the possibility that my best friend in the entire world could possibly be having a baby this year. So excited. Ooh. What did last year teach me? 2016 taught me that although something might be fucking terrifying, just do it. I mean, once you make that first step, it's really not as bad as you thought it was. And like, it's such a hypocritical thing for me to say, because I am always terrified of doing anything. You know, like, I started like a new school, and I was so scared. I was probably taking my anti-anxiety medication every day for like the first 2 months of school, because I was so scared and I just needed like the help. But like, I'm so happy at that school. I love it. And it's just like, you know, me and Mike moving away, like I was terrified of that, but you know, I'm happy with him and I'm happy in our home. Trying to think what else could apply to that this year. I know, I just learned that it's so easy to sit there and say like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow really never comes, and we all know that, and it's just kind of like, if you just do it, if you start today, you feel so much better. And it's like, I've really, really, like, tightened my skills in terms of coping with borderline personality disorder. And it's like, if you just do it, you stop, like, constricting yourself into thinking that you're coping, but what you're actually doing is coddling yourself. So I really did learn that a lot about me personally in this shitty year of 2016. All right, number 7. What was your most worn clothing item of last year? Sweatpants. All I wear is sweatpants. If you had to sum up your year in one word, what would it be? Different. This was a very different year for me in terms of life patterns. What are you hoping for more of this coming year? Ideally, I'd like to travel more, which will be great because like we have our honeymoon coming up and like all that stuff. But 2015, I was fortunate and I got to travel a lot. I went to California in January, and then I went to Ireland in July, and then June I was at Gov Ball, and then November I went to Disney. So I traveled a lot in 2015, and then this year was more of like settling. You know, I'm gonna change my last answer. Settling down is more of my year that sums up this word. But I'd like to go back to like those adventures and traveling and stuff with Mike. Or anybody. I don't care. Any of my friends want to go somewhere and I can afford it, I'll go with you. What are you hoping for less of this coming year? Anxiety, which is like wishful thinking. In this post Pearl Harbor world, things get a little crazy, things get a little wild, but there's only so much you can do, and there's only so much that you have control of. So ideally, I'd like less anxiety and more of like the world not blowing up. Favorite movie of 2016? This is a hard one. We watch movies like every night. Favorite movie of 2016? The one that there's 2 that immediately pop in my head. I think the first one technically came out in 2015, but it was new to me this year, was Southbound, and it's a horror anthology, and it's like hands down my favorite horror anthology. It's like 5 stories, and they're all kind of intertwined in like one tale, and it's just like really I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like I thought it was really clever and interesting, and it kind of each story and like encompass like a genre of horror, and it's like when you watch it the first time you're just like, oh, that's so cool, and then you watch it a second time and then you like start noticing things that you didn't notice beforehand, which I thought was really cool. And what are you doing? And then the second one that I really liked this year was Hell House LLC, which kind of sounds like a silly name, but like Mike put it on one night and then fell asleep 5 minutes after he put it on, because that's what he does every night. But that movie scared the crap out of me. Like, I was seriously scared, to the point where I was on our couch and I was like not sure if the door was locked, so I like used my phone to like use a flashlight to see if it was on locked, because it scared the shit out of me. So I really liked that too, and I feel like that's like an underrated gem. Other than that, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm probably forgetting something incredible, but it's like whatever. Favorite video game of the last year, Overwatch, hands down. Amazing, so much fun. Nothing else. And then last one is, what is my New Year's resolution for the upcoming year? I'd like to keep steady video making for funsies, because why not? It's not hurting anybody. I like to keep making videos, maybe once, at the very least once a week. Very least once a week. Something. Even if it's stupid. Even if it's just me like jumping in a circle surrounded by like fire and my cat's throwing up on my feet. Or if it's something interesting. And hopefully so there will be interesting stuff happening, since it is like gonna be like the year we're getting married, so there'll be shit to record. And then my second New Year's resolution will be keep up with the fitness. I've been doing really good on staying with it, so that's awesome. And then I guess third one, just like try to do my best to be a good partner in my relationship, and you know, boring shit like that. So that's it for New Year's tag. Hopefully I have this up on New Year's Eve. But sorry about Vlogmas. Sorry I failed. My niece was really sad. She would text me every single day, be like, where's your Vlogmas video? So I'm sorry, Molly, mostly to you. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Hopefully you were entertained for a few minutes. If not, I'm sorry. I'll try harder for you next time. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if you don't want to, no pressure. But thank you, and I hope you have a really good New Year's Eve. Stay safe. Don't drive drunk. We're too old for that shit.